What's up, everybody? Happy Aloha Tuesday. Welcome to the Hawaii Fishing Gear Show. It's been a little while. We've been busy editing videos in the background for YouTube, so I've been kind of skipping on some of the Hawaii Fishing Gear videos, show videos. But now while we're live, if you guys got questions about fishing, please feel free to drop them in the comments. While we're live, I'll do my best to respond to every question that comes through. And if you're watching it later in the day, please feel free to drop your questions in the comments. We respond to all the comments throughout the week. We try to cover all of them. And while we wait for the questions to come through, let's talk about a brand new product on the front page of HiFishGear.com. That's our website. We're a shop in Ewa Beach, but we're also a website online. Makai Flies. Makai Flies just delivered a brand new order of flies tied here locally. We've got 5 different colorways. Hinalea, nice 4-color combo on that one, on 2.0 tarpon hooks. We got the Voodoo. The Voodoo is very Owama-ish. Nice, good, big color spreads and a lot of different materials. If you guys want to try something with that, the standards and a little bit of extra different materials, if you want to check them out. This one is called Sunset. It's got a little purple, a little pink, a little salmon, all on 2.0 hooks. If you want to check out the pictures on HiFishGear.com. Fire Tiger. Oh, this one's coming out of the package. I might just have to take that one home. Little green, little orange, little stripes on the back of them. And then the last one is, this is the Owama. So the Voodoo and the Owama is different. This is his Owama version. Little bit of tan, little bit of iridescence, and the last one is the Voodoo. That's the Voodoo one. There's the Owama. 5 different colorways if you want to go check them out. $15.99 on HiFishGear.com. Just another local vendor that is going to help us keep you guys stocked up on goods. I also want to talk to you guys. If you guys are watching live on TikTok, please feel free to drop your questions while we're live. On YouTube and such, please feel free to drop your questions while we're live. And then I want to talk to you guys on Instagram real quick, because I mentioned it late in the video last time. I'm going to mention in the beginning. Tag HiFishGear at HiFishGear in your video, in your videos or your pictures on Instagram. We'll reshare your video, and you'll be automatically entered to win a picture of the week or video of the week contest, where we'll send you guys a gift certificate that you can use on our website. All you got to do is just tag us in your pictures, your videos or pictures of you catching fish or you're posing with your fish and stuff. Just tag HiFishGear in your pictures on Instagram. It's Instagram only, but we'll send you a DM if we choose your picture as picture of the week. All right, let's go ahead and check out the questions on Instagram. Any ETA on the Okuma Rockaway 11-foot medium? They are on order. Hopefully we'll be getting some maybe tomorrow. The best thing we can tell you, Isaiah, is to sign up for notifications on our website. The moment they hit the inventory, you'll get either a text message or an email, depending on whether you signed up with your text message or your email on notifications. All right. Once again, if you guys are watching on TikTok, please feel free to drop your questions in the comments. YouTube, Instagram. Is Tyler Lures an independent company? From what I understand, they are independent. They are just a one-man band on the Big Island. If you are on a Big Island, you can pick up his flies, and I think he has grubs too. They're available at Tokunaga store on the Big Island in Hilo, and you can also reach out to him on Instagram. I'm sure that he sells them on their own. Tyler Lures, if you're watching, he always tunes in. Let me know if that's scoop. If that's the scoops. Okay, what reel size should I get from our whipping pole? Okay, what reel size should I get from our whipping pole? I would need a little bit more information. I would need to know how long is your pole? What's your lure rating? Maybe I know your pole. If you want to drop the model number of the pole in the comments, I might be able to help you out. But that's kind of a tricky question because I need more information to answer it back. And let's see if there's any other questions on Instagram. I went all the way up to the top. Now I'm going to work my way to the bottom. All right, let's see. Can taco strips catch a kule? Can taco strips catch a kule? I am sure that if you cut a nice little thin strip, it might work. All right. But I don't think that they respond well to live bait. I think they respond more well to artificial baits, things like a purple obake strip or a aqua strip from his Hawaiian Angler, or maybe a jade green bloodworm from Campania Lures. All right. My pole is an ugly stick 9 foot. What size reel if you want to get it for whipping? 9 foot ugly stick. I would probably go with a 4K pen. 4K pen will be all right. 9 foot ugly stick, it'll work for whipping. Not ideal, but if that's all you got, run them. Okay, let's see. Miley, I haven't heard about that, brother. I haven't heard about that I'll check it out on the news. All right. Okay, what are the pros about the Carnage 2? Carnage 2, considering they were on a Carnage 3, a Carnage 2 would probably, let's see. Are we on a Carnage 3, Oluopo? It is, right? A Carnage 3, right? What are the pros? Like two of the current model Carnages that are in stock? I would just say that they are readily available. There's only one color, which is what I like. You don't have to, I'll just wait for the green. No, the Carnage only comes in one color. The actions on those rods are great. Medium action is more like a medium heavy nitro. The medium heavy is like a heavy nitro. And if you want the heavy action, it's a good slide bait or paddle out rod. Benefits are you get a 1-year warranty through Penn, which is nice because there's not only a few Oluopos have a 1-year warranty. Nitros only have a 30-day manufacturer warranty through the places that you bought it. I guess that's some of the benefits. There you go. Can you still use a Jigmaster for that pole? For the Carnage 2, I would probably only stick with a medium action rod for the Carnage. Okay. Let's see what other questions we got. Any situations where you could use a hammer bomb over a bubble and vice versa? So bubble is a top of the water column item. You want to run it over shallow reef, or you want to run it where the bite is on the top of it. The hammer bombs, when you get into the unleaded and the weighted, you can work more of the water column from the mid down to even the bottom if you wanted to slow drag it. I would only recommend a hammer bomb if you know the grounds where you're fishing. If you don't know where you're fishing and what the grounds look like or how deep the water is, you will run a risk of losing what is kind of a pricey locally made hammer bomb. So if you're just starting out, I highly recommend the bubble because it's great for beginners, so you can learn the action of your rod and reel. You can learn a lot from a bubble because there's less risk of losing the items because you're not going to get as close to the reef as you would with egg lead or a hammer bomb. I would say if you want to work the mid to the bottom of the water column, hammer bombs is that situation. If you only want to work the top, get a nice big splash. It's not like you get less action on the bubble, but you get to work only just the top of the water column with the bubble. All right, let's see what else we got. Are Sea Lines and Jigmasters, or Sea Lines or Jigmasters better? Price wise, Jigmaster is better. Gear ratio, Sea Line is better. Smoothness and castability, Sea Line is probably going to be a little bit better. But I always highly recommend pick yourself up a used Jigmaster, 35, 40 bucks, 50 maybe on an older used one. Learn about how the reel works and learn how to cast that one. And when you finally get the Jigmaster, that's when you get the Sea Line or the Seagate or the Torium 30 or the Fathom 40, all these great bait casting reels, or the $300 Daiwa Saltis, which is available on highfishgear.com. Once you get the Jigmaster down and you upgrade to a better reel, you will notice a big difference in the casting. I like to go, when people are just starting out casting conventionals, I suggest a budget reel, because a lot of people try to get into casting a conventional reel, fail miserably, not really willing to put in the work to learn how to cast that reel, and then just give up and sell it. So that's the reason why I recommend starting off with something cheap. So when you do sell it, you're not going to be losing a whole bunch of money. Okay. Let's see. No other more questions on TikTok. Let me keep going. Let's see. There was one over here. Are there better soft baits to use, like certain brands better than others? Not really, man. I think that all certain brands have better colorways. Like they seem to have it like a little bit more figured out. Because you got to remember, there's a person behind that recipe that you find in the grubs, and certain people are a little bit more familiar with what fish bite. Some people have put in more work, hands-on work, using and testing the products as opposed to just somebody who's just jumping on making grubs as a cash grab, not really dedicating their work into finding the better grubs. You know, you have the old standards. You have Hawaiian Angler soft baits, which are been around for years, and they've inspired a lot of people to try to make soft baits. You have what has dwindled down to some of the best colors available of grubs available in the Hawaiian Angler line. You have Campagna lures, which is, you know, Jerry is an angler. He is a fisherman. He's been around for a while. He's been making Campagna lures for 10 years now. The 10-year anniversary is coming up for Campagna lures. He's a very talented colorway designer. He experiments a lot with different mediums, which is wonderful. You see a lot of different inclusions in Campagna lures. You know, some of the other grubs that are great along the, you know, CHL has been doing it for many years now. He takes a lot of input from a lot of different people and applies that to the soft baits that he makes. But I think it's just depends down to you finding a color that you feel confident in and casting it out. Yeah, I think I answered your question on that one. Okay, what can you catch with Knox Lures Aqua Color Hiana? I got these grubs and they're the smallest grubs I have, but I don't know what would bite them. Mystic, I've never even seen the grubs, so unfortunately I can't help you out with that one. If you want to send me a DM of a picture of the grubs, I'll let you know what I think about it. Okay, wasn't there a hammer bomb with the puka instead of double swivels in development? There is in development, but it keeps getting back to just having to focus on what's paying the bills. And High Fish Gear auctions, doing these videos is tending to pay the bills a little bit more than developing brand new products for hammer bombs. We do have an announcement coming up. There will be a color change in one of our products, and I'll announce that the moment we add it to our website. Okay, I have a 13-foot nitro medium heavy used for dunking, but I'm looking for a thicker, more durable pull. What do you suggest? Check out the 12-foot Battalion surf spinning rod. When you compare it to the Nitro Surf Graphite 13-foot, it's a lot more stockier. It's a little bit more up to date. And I think that the eyes and the guides on that are a lot better than what the Nitro offers. But I tell you right now, that Nitro Surf Graphite is a nice Hawaiian-style spinning surf rod. 4s and 5s you can cast up to. It's a good, decent rod. It has been a standard for 10-plus years. Good rod. Okay. Can I see the small slide gaff comparison? I don't have one on me, brother. Ryan, send me a DM on Instagram. I'll take you a picture tomorrow. Can taco strips Campagna lures catch a kule? Taco strips, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, taco strips are actually pretty decent for that. I think it's the square strip. It should work fine. All right. Is Hallelujah legal to catch at this time? Hallelujah is year-round. There's bag limits, there's size limits, but there is no restrictions in regards to closed season on that. All right. We got any more questions over there on... Let's see. What's the best bait for dunking in your opinion? The best bait, you're going to catch the most stuff? Shrimp. Shrimp is probably the best. Everything eats shrimp. You will catch a wider variety of things on shrimp. And of course, like I think when people get a little bit more serious and they're targeting o'io, papio, olua, taco is probably going to be the next one in line for that. All right, let's see. Can you use a jigging pole for bubble whipping? Absolutely. If you have a rod that is designed for jigging and it matches all the specs that you're looking for, if you find a 10-foot rod that is made for shoreline jigging and it has the specs that can handle 60 grams, because the big bubble is 1.9 ounces, which is just a little smaller than 60 grams, it is fine. That's what a lot of people are doing. You guys got to realize that shoreline jigging is very similar to how we cast and retrieve with whipping. Bubble float, egg lead, hammer bombs. Okay. You can also throw lures with that pole as well, and jigs. Okay. Okay, let's see. Best swivel size when you use large bubbles. Size 3, HFG crane swivel. Size 3 HFG crane swivel on the big bubble. Medium bubble, you might want to go smaller size. Okay, we're all caught up on Instagram. Let me check out what other baits we had. What size? Okay, what size should I match with a 9'6" medium heavy Okuma travel rod? Oof. I'm trying to figure out that rod. I think you probably want to go with the 5K Shimano Spheros, or if you can get your hands on it, a 5K Shimano Saragosa. That'd probably be a cherry reel for that one. The Spheros is going to be a little cheaper. The Spheros is going to be a little bit more advanced. For the 9'6" travel rod, because I think that rod is a little bit too big for a 5K standard freshwater Stratic or Sedona and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see what that question was. I did not see the question, so unfortunately I can't answer that one. Penn Carnage, a good Alua pole. Absolutely, it's a good Alua pole. We sell it on our website. I tell you right now, we've been through all the available Alua poles. We try to sell the ones that have good warranties, general population appeal. We carry only the good Alua poles. All right. Any tips on how tight or loose to set your drag? You want to start from a loose drag, okay, and then work your way up to a heavier. You don't start with a just lockdown heavy drag. You're gonna find out more problems with that. You're gonna be ripping lips on fish. But if you're casting and retrieving loose drag, if you're doing a pop action and you get the drag coming out, it's too loose. Tighten it up a little bit. Do another swipe or another pop and crank. Pop, crank, pop, crank. If drag's not coming out, then you're probably fine. And then when you fight the fish, let them take out drag for a little bit before you panic and tighten up the drag. On dunking or bait casting, that one's more of a feel. If you are bringing in your lead very slowly, you can feel your lead kind of going off the bottom, not too fast, nice and slow, until you feel like it finally rests someplace where you get a little bit of tension in your line. Loose drag, till you start feeling the drag going click, 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 tighten it up a little bit, click, 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 tighten it up a little bit until you get to where it's not turning anymore, and your pull starts to tense up a little bit, where you get that little bit of tension on the top of the line. All right, I hope that answers your question. Are you guys restocking the fishing jackets? We will be restocking them before Christmas for sure. Sign up for notifications on the size that you want, and we will see those notifications, and we'll lean more towards making sure that those are restocked. How much of a difference is there between the BG 8K and the Saragosa 8K? Big difference in size. Probably almost like a half-inch in difference in size between a 8K Saragosa and an 8K Daiwa. Daiwa is bigger than the Saragosa. And the Saragosa and Spheros line is smaller profile than the Daiwa 1000 sizes. Okay. What is a good Ulua bait casting hook size? Start off with a 22. It really depends on what you're casting. If you're catching Ika strips, you probably don't want to be throwing it on a size 22. If you're casting Ika strips, you probably want to have a size 14, size 16. Size 18 to 22 is for the taco leg. Size 14 to 18 is for the Ika shrimp. You can run anything from size 12 up to size 16, depending on how big your shrimp is. When you get to more live bait, you want to have some of the bigger circle hooks. So there is no specific one size hook for Ulua bait casting, all that stuff. You got to have a nice spread of hooks available in your tackle box. Okay, and I think we are set. 18 minutes 58 seconds. We're going to do a quick recap real quick, and we'll see if any more questions trickle in. 5 new colors available from Makai Flies, locally tied flies. Makai Flies now available on highfishgear.com. Brand new, under brand new products on highfishgear.com on the front page. $15.99. Uses some great materials and good colorways on those. And let's check and see what other questions we might have on Instagram before we say aloha. What size reel would you recommend for a 10-foot whipping rod? 4K or 5K? 4K. 4K on the Penn, 5K on the Shimano. What's up, David? How's it? And okay, I think that's about it. There we go. 19 minutes, 38 seconds of fishing. If you enjoyed it, you liked the questions that got asked, please take a moment, leave a like on the video. Do it now. Do it now. Leave a like on the video. Just take a little moment. It helps us reach more customers. It helps us achieve our goals. So please leave a like. Rock versus reef for whipping. Pros and cons, both. Rock versus reef, over rocks, over reef, over sand. Doesn't matter. Every place has a chance to hold fish. Just go fish. Go fish. Cast over sand one time, cast over rocks, cast over reef. It doesn't matter. Just get some lures in the water. Pretty much. That's it. Aloha, everybody. See you guys tomorrow.